Everyone likes to hear they've done a great job, right? But what about when you haven't? Do you still want to hear about it? You're probably not as keen, but you should be. Taking on board and acting on feedback is absolutely key to your self and professional development. Hi everyone, I'm Natalie from MyProgression, and this video is about feedback, what it really is, what you should do with it, and how to handle negative feedback. So what is feedback? The term feedback is used to describe the helpful information or criticism about prior action or behaviour from an individual communicated to another individual or group who can use that information to adjust and improve current and future actions and behaviours. Feedback is information about how well you're doing to reach a desired goal. Feedback can come in many forms, and you could receive feedback about anything. I am definitely someone who would rather hear feedback than not. I offered to make my boss a cup of tea the other day, and I could see he didn't look thrilled with the colour, but he didn't want to say anything as I'd done him a favour. I had to push to find out he just wanted some more milk. It's a really simple thing, but if I'm going to make someone a drink, I'd rather get it right, otherwise it's a waste of time and tea bags. Feedback is a gift. When I first heard that, I had to think about it for a minute, but it really resonated with me because I truly believe that it is a gift. Lord Coe, double Olympic gold medalist, world record holder and chairman of London 2012, once described the attitude to feedback of the elite athlete. He said that if someone else knew something about his performance that could make him better and didn't tell him, then they were letting him down. Feedback is a gift because feedback allows you to improve. There can be no improvement without feedback. Feedback is essential for learning and growth. There is a difference between a negative comment and constructive feedback. Constructive feedback is the type of feedback aimed at achieving a positive outcome by providing someone with comments, advice, or suggestions that are useful for their work or their future. The outcome can be faster processes, improving behaviours, identifying weaknesses, or providing new perspectives. Feedback will help you improve and is likely to point out areas of improvement that you didn't know you needed. It might not always feel pleasant, but constructive feedback is always useful. In your role as an educational professional, you're likely to receive a lot of feedback, and from many different sources. Ofsted, your head teacher or a leader in the school, parents, your recruitment consultant if you're on supply, and even the children. So whose feedback should you listen to? Everyone's. Remember, it is a gift, so be grateful and show gratitude. Someone's taken time to give you this and they didn't need to. And if you are grateful, they'll give it to you again. So what should you do with feedback? Feedback is pointless if you don't do anything with it. Learning to accept constructive feedback in a professional manner is an important skill that can enhance your career. It gives you the opportunity to learn more about yourself and assures others that you are open to feedback and growth. So listen to feedback with an open mind. You may learn about habits or traits that need to change, unintended impressions you're leaving with others, or work priorities you hadn't been aware of. Or at the very least, you can better understand the other person's viewpoint. When receiving feedback, you get to choose how you respond and whether or not you take action. Every school is different and they will do things slightly differently. They will have their own policies and their own way of working. So don't be surprised if you get told that the way you used to work doesn't fit them. If you're told that the way you've marked the books doesn't align with their marking policy, don't stand there and argue that what you did was perfectly fine where you were before. Take accountability. You should have read the policy and you've made a mistake. Is it the end of the world to admit that you've got something wrong? Not at all. If you respond with, "Thank you so much for letting me know, I should have been more thorough when reading the marking policy. I'll correct this and it won't happen again." The outcome will be so much better if you just admit your mistake and explain how you'll rectify it instead of trying to make excuses. You're going to clash with the person who's taken the time to give you the feedback, and you won't learn anything. For more on why it's okay to make mistakes, see our video, It's Okay to Make Mistakes, linked in the description below. And whilst you're there, like, subscribe and click on the bell to keep seeing more from MyProgression. Really listen to what's being said. If someone was observing your lesson, has some feedback for you at the end, maybe take notes and really take on board what they're telling you. If there's part of the feedback that you're not sure you did or you need some further clarity, ask the question. Not only does this show the person providing you feedback that you're engaged, it will help you understand your areas of development. Let's say you're told that you moved on from a key learning objective before checking understanding. You could then ask what they would suggest you do differently, or if you thought you did check the understanding, then find out what they observed. Keep an open mind. They were there to dig into the detail, so they're probably right. But what if you know better? What if you're being given feedback that you know is incorrect? This is a good time to hear their point of view, reflect on it, and if you are correct, let them know you appreciate their help, but the Battle of Hastings was definitely in 1066, not 1266. If you're not sure what someone means by their feedback, get some clarity. And there's a big difference between asking questions and questioning something. If someone said they felt your lesson plan didn't cover all of the learning objectives, instead of, what do you mean? I definitely covered everything. Look at my plan, it's all clearly there. Try, thank you for letting me know. Can we talk through my lesson plan so I can understand what I missed? Big difference. And you'll get a much better outcome. It's so important that as educators, we model the behaviour we want to see in the classroom. You need to be aware of where you are in your learning journey and take constructive criticism well. You expect the children to do it every day. If you never receive feedback, you'll only have your own blinkered view of where you are. So don't be afraid to ask for feedback. This will help you work out where you are now and how to develop. Once you've received feedback, it is basically pointless if you don't act on it. If we take that previous example of not checking your students' understanding before moving forward, that's an easy fix, and you can build this into your next lesson plan. Some people say don't take it personally, but maybe you should. I don't mean this in a negative way, but by really listening and taking feedback on board, you will be more successful. And feedback isn't actually personal. The feedback you receive will be about an action you've taken or behaviour you've presented, not about you as a person. We're all greater than any negative action that we take. So don't be offended. Use it to push yourself forward, not drag you down. As I mentioned, you should be appreciative of all feedback, but it'll be most effective if the person giving and receiving have an agreed method of delivering feedback. It may be that you prefer written feedback or you want it on a specific area. Agree this beforehand and everyone involved will feel more positive. Whilst the title is How to Handle Negative Feedback, it's just as important to know how to handle positive feedback. Take it. Don't disagree with it. People can be so self-deprecating when given positive feedback. Like, your presentation skills are so strong, I'm so impressed with your delivery. Thank you so much is much better than, oh, I don't think I did very well today. Whether the feedback you receive is positive or constructive, the most important thing to remember is that it's a gift. So be grateful and do something with it. I've been Natalie from MyProgression, and if you have any feedback on this video, please leave it in the comments below. And let's keep your career in motion.